Yo guys, and welcome back. Hey Vermona, how are you doing? Hope the someday finds you ready to be the humpy as you can be. Absolutely, Mona. I hope your hump day is going not too bad either. And hey Valevi, how are you doing today? I hope all is well with you. And yeah, welcome back to more of AC Valhalla, the Wrath of the Druids. Yeah, we're gonna be ending it today because we have pretty much finished all of the major locations. Like as you can see, we've collected all the wealth, all the mysteries, and all the artifacts. So the only thing that's really left to do is the main story. So the plan for today is to kind of like finish the DLC and kind of like, you know, talk maybe about the ending and how I perceive the DLC as a whole. And then if we still have time, we're definitely going to be jumping into some Unity and back into the No Hut playthrough today. That's good to hear, Levi. I'm glad you're doing excellent today. And yeah, I'm doing not too bad actually. Having a nice day so far. I'm excited to see how this DLC is about to end. And yeah, kind of like see how I viewed, you know, as a part of the series, I guess. Very excited. So currently we are doing the Master of Diplomacy, Chapter 3. With real evidence of an actual conspiracy, Aethor and Barif must convince the High King to rein in his northern ambitions until the true nature of the threat is revealed. You only have 25 minutes and then you get to train someone. So I'm going to train them in like a particular way, or for a particular type of activity. And damn, you already finished with work as well. Very nice, Levi. So one thing I would actually like to change is my ability loadout to kind of like give it a bit more variety. Kind of play with abilities we haven't really played before. I want to keep the DSC abilities though, like Vikinger Salute. I quite like the Rage of Helheim ability. Feign Death is also quite funny. Okay, so I think we're gonna go and get Feign Death. And then we get Rage of Helheim 2Y. And yeah, I think that works. You have to teach them how to use the programs and tools and how the actual reviewing process works. You got to work on the Swedish market today. You somehow understood enough to not need Google Translate. Damn, that's impressive, Levi. I didn't know you actually understood some Swedish. And yes, it's good, Mona. Hope you enjoy your lurk. And hope you're having a good morning so far. Okay, let's get the Irish Wolfhound again. And then get Raven Distraction as well. Also have a Kotarogen. Welcome to the stream and thank you for the follow. Just know enough about language and stuff to assess basic stuff and for it to make sense. I mean, that's fair, yeah. If you can like spot individual words, it's I guess easier to get like the meaning. Yeah, what a good horsey. Yesterday I saw a video on YouTube of a therapeutic horse that basically has so much empathy for humans that suffer that it gets sent like every month into like a hospital with like dying patients. And patients actually really feel better after the horse visits them. Kinda interesting actually. They're very intelligent animals, that for sure. It's incredible how much, you know, empathy animals can have sometimes. Yeah, I definitely have a healthy respect as well. Like, you don't mess with a horse. Oh yeah, that's how I usually like to play the new AC games whenever something releases. So I can kind of like appreciate all of it. Get the accident when you were like 12. Damn. What happened, Levy?
Eivor, you did well at Alec. We march in the morning. I think it no small thing for you to lead my honor guard.
Did you not get Barrett's message, Lord? You must pull back, not move forward. This ruse is part of a larger trap not yet sprung.
Barrett believes to know the minds of these kings, but the church has taken root and flourished since my uncle's day.
The church is behind the plot against you. Did the message say nothing of Abaddon?
King Neil and King Donal were doubtless seeking to cast blame elsewhere. The church is a convenient scapegoat.
What if there's some truth to Barrett's suspicions?
Owen is the abbot of Armagh, God's appointed in Ireland. I cannot doubt him on the word of a friend.
You mean a pagan?
Why are you all still here? Did my message not get through?
It did, but King Flann is not convinced.
You must pull out a clawher now, my king, before we are surrounded by Owen's army.
You do not command me, Barrett McEver. If there was an army, my scouts...
Your scouts are dead. Baldur's blood, Flann. How many must die before you learn to trust?
You forget yourself, Barrett. Do not invoke your false gods in my presence.
Listen, what's that?
Owen's wolves have arrived. I didn't come this far to die in a tent, my king.
We're under attack!
Come on! I should be cautious around here.
I'll take more heads than you, cousin!
Do not wager on it!
Yeah, VDSC has been pretty good so far. Oh, there definitely have also been some issues, I gotta say.
You're going down!
But overall, I've been enjoying it.
They're all around us! Archers have fire! They come from the fields! Blunt those archers' barbs! Leave none alive! The ravens will have your eyes!
Seek out Sean and Kira at the barracks. Gather the men and meet you back here.
Until then...
Didn't got decapitated. Unexpected that had to go there. I used to go horse riding not during vacation periods, and one day they were like, this horse had been sick for a while, but we need someone to ride again. Did Levi knows how to ride a horse, let's go her do it. Long story short, you go on the horse, 10 minutes later, it went insane and threw you off. Did like a front flip off it and landed on your back. Dislocated you this, and it was all out all summer. That sounds horrible, Levi. Like, that's understandable if you witness, you know, kind of like situation I've had.
Come with me! I will be your shield! They're on the roads!
They have no honor. They have no mercy.
Follow my lead! They retreat!
You've saved us.
Wow. Barely repaired that attack. Everything burns, and we lost like all of the soldiers, it seems.
We held them off. At a great cost.
Eivor, where is Barith?
Barith! Can you hear me?
Like Barith,
Makiva!
it's been so much away, like every time in like situations he's just disappearing all of a sudden.
Survey the area.
Wonder if something actually happened this time, but gotta say his behavior is getting suspicious.
Have you seen King Barith?
Aye. He was headed towards the farm on the edge of the village.
And yeah, dude, the Sickle Blades are fantastic. Really cool weapon they added for the DLC here. Maybe they do one like a pony.
Grips my heart.
Be fine. Anything bigger than that, no thank you. Yeah, that's understandable.
Barney!
Oh damn.
Varith,
Eivor,
I'm here.
a glorious end, don't you think? Worthy of a saga, maybe. And you thought I'd gone soft.
No one knew your true measure.
Not even you, cousin. You had your doubts. Good thing I was too stupid to give up.
Your bravery will be remembered, Varith. I'll see to it. Hold your weapon well, cousin. I will see you in Valhalla.
Siegfried is my Valhalla, Eivor. Valhalla need not be a place. It can be a legacy. Flann must back him. Have him swear by his God. There's nothing the Christians fear more than their Almighty's wrath.
It will be done.
A hero's funeral. Bareth has become a greater man in death than he was in life.
Or maybe we were too small to see his full size.
A harsh truth. But fair. He saw more clearly than I. And I ignored his counsel. Owen will pay for his death.
What then? When the abbot is gone and you've tamed the north, what of Siegfried? Will you give him your royal support?
When he has proven himself. It would not be good politics at this time.
Trolls take your politics! Varith gave his life in your service. If this is how you repay loyalty, you'll be in short supply.
Twice you stung me with truth. I'll return the favor. Siegfried isn't ready. But he could be, with proper teaching.
Good. He'll benefit from your wisdom.
And my support. But neither throne will be secure while Owen lives.
We'll throttle the snake. And afterwards, the fate of this land will be in your hands. Yours and Siegfried's.
The horses are being made ready, my king. Sure you don't want to rest your bones and leave by dawn's light?
My thoughts ride too rough for sleep. I've an army and reputation to reclaim. The second may prove harder than the first.
My mother used to tell me how the Morrigan would feed on the death of heroes, then fill men's heads with thoughts of war. I imagined using the Tara Stone to drown out their song, the way Bishop Patrick drove the snakes from Ireland.
There's no power strong enough to do what you say. Not even the gods can change fate. The world is destined to end in war.
'Twas not but the fantasy of a young girl, so...
Tell Flann I'll come to him after I have arranged things with Siegfried.
Tell him yourself. I'm not leaving yet.
Yeah, request get in pace, Barift. I wasn't sure, you know, if he was exactly who he made out to be. But yeah, it turns out he was, you know, loyal to Eivor the entire time. And he just, I guess, was a bit sneaky in terms of, like, you know, like doing his own thing sometimes. Which I guess raised a bit of suspicion. But he always did it for the, you know, I guess, right cause. You love her voice. Yeah, I think she's an actual, like, professional Gaelic singer, actually. Not too sure about her name currently, but I think she's also part of the official soundtrack. Yeah, I guess. Right, let's go ahead and speak to Siegfried. However, first I would like to go to the trading chest real quick. I think there's still a little bit we can do there. Yeah, sounds good, Levi. You have a good training session. I catch you later. And yeah, thank you for being here. Hope it goes well.
Good day. I am reading the books you procured from Desert. I see why you went to the other end of Ireland to get them.
I took the trade post without knowing the cargo. If the books are good, so much the better.
For people who believe in Holy Scripture, these books are worth more than gold. Many kingdoms desire to trade for our goods.
Okay, so we actually have gotten all of these. Guess you can just deliver it into money then, or silver.
Very well. Farewell, Eivor.
Right, let's go ahead and speak to Siegfried.
Eivor! We will march upon Armagh immediately.
This place smells like a brewer's hut.
I will
blood eagle the abbot with my own hands. I will blanket the north with the skulls of petty kings.
Enough! If you charge into Amar like a berserker, they will crucify you like their Christ.
I'm sorry to tell you, my king. The siege weapons you requested are being held by Armagh.
Hell have that abbot. Those weapons were to be a show of the strength of Dublin's new king.
Forget about shows of strength. Cast your fortunes with Flann. The High King will be a powerful ally if you back him now. Where are these weapons coming from? Who is supplying Amar?
A shadowy web of pirates run by a Druid cult. They roost along the northern coast, looting and trading in equal measure.
These Druids, do they call themselves the Children of Danu?
In fact, they do. Led by one they call the Seed. Now that you have their scent, I wish you a good hunt. If there is nothing more, my king, I will return to my shop.
I will gather what forces I can wherever I can, and join them to Flan's. Together we will avenge my father.
You have a strength that comes from him. When you find that, men will follow.
Vote given by Azar. Okay, so basically you have to take off the order now. Investigate Movilla Abbey on the upper bay of Alsa's eastern peninsula. Seek up the Seed. He travels the seas to gather weapons. Where the Seed stays when an island is known by the deer. Whether the Seed is an island now can be learned in Movilla Abbey. Discover both and send the Seed to the Norse Netherworld. Azar. Okay, I'm gonna reload again because this audio is just... can't take it. If it was like an occasional thing, I wouldn't really take too much issues with it. But it just, happening so often that there's either like an audio or visual bug connected to the walking. I really don't understand how, the development team never noticed. Or maybe just didn't care, I don't know. Also, look at this. That's apparently the new set being added, the modern day pack. The friends and foes downer with the gear, seemingly from another age. This pack contains the gear set, weapon, shield, mount skin, and raven skin. So that's like an Abstergo armor. Looks a bit like it could be World War II or something. Obviously with like, high tech for the time, but given the knowledge that Abstergo had, it's not too far off to assume. Would I say modern days, so I guess it should be 21st century. Bayonet sword. Okay. I'm not gonna be getting that. If there's like one set that would, look completely out of place to this time, it would be the modern day pack, I guess.
What do you see?
So we gotta go into the Abbey, I think. Magnathi, Key of the Oceans. Beck grew up in the harbor town of Dunfort, where he was taught that the tides, swells, and sea winds were in fact spirits, and as such could be sacrificed to and placated. He proved adept at coming to terms with the sea's moody nature, and soon traveled great distances by sea. When the children of Danu came calling, he rose quickly as both a procurer of weapons from a distant land, and as a disciplinarian to the acolytes. He is both feared and respected. Dear Lord, I write this in humble supplication. It is said that the one they call the Seed has returned to Irish shores. Please, O Lord, do not let him take my sons for his war. The Seed wishes to unseat good King Flann and cares not how many die in their effort. My boys are of a tender age and will not survive the Seed's harsh measures. Give me this, O Lord. Right, and he's up there. Yeah, we can just right there, I guess. Enjoy the landscapes a little bit. Ah, nice. Another fast travel point.
No! Go! Go Hefrin No, Mary!
These guys are really strong together, especially in this fog. So hey Waffle, welcome dude. How are you doing? How are you feeling?
Yeah!
Awful, going to the doctors in an hour. Ah, damn dude. I was hoping that might have gotten better by now. But yeah dude, I hope the visit of the doctor will help you. And get you some relief in some form.
These will be the arms dealers Azar spoke of. I must approach carefully.
Damn, I'm really sorry to hear that, Waffle. It really sucks, you know, like especially given how long you've already been sick. Okay, let's show for a sec here. Damn, how did guys get alerted so quick? Where are they even coming from?
Getting tired? Not much longer! Ah, die!
Okay, apparently they just saw me and they're sick.
No escape! Out of options, dog! Stand fast! Jesus, guide my blow! Your end is nigh! Need you!
Yeah. I come down here.
Let's...
I have no idea what's going on, but according to this Husna and the Siegfried isn't out of the picture. But I hope it's not that. And if it is, you know that you're gonna be fine soon, hopefully. Yeah, dude, I hope the visit of a doctor gives you some clarity today, hopefully. And yeah, this game definitely has some epic animations, dude. The entire combat is very visceral and brutal.
Your killer has been slain. Rest well, stranger. One more shard steeped in blood.
The letter to the seed. I've crippled the vaunted flan a clogger. Those ehrlich bastards sought to expose my hand, but the trap was already sprung. Bring your army to Armor Seed. Once fortified, my abbey will rival the strength of a sorry bishop of Rome himself. The wait will soon be over. Yoke. I got you, Waffle. Yeah, it's understandable, like, if you're not really feeling like it.
The children of Danu, both Druid and Bishop. But God will greet him at his death.
Definitely a good choice, I would say. To, you know, take it easy. Okay, this I gotta say was too obvious, unfortunately. It's again another example of, you know, where the silhouette of the dude is basically, you know, you just have to go to the codex page, database, people, go to Eogin, and, you know, he's wearing exactly the same clothing. Like, you could see it at the silhouette, basically. So that I gotta say, I hope they will remove again in the next game. You know, to just make it like a dark silhouette that you can't make out. Because, you know, if like me, you go into the database and actually read these entries, then yeah, that kind of like spoils it, I guess, a little bit. But I guess the story also kind of like made Eogin, you know, a major antagonist towards the end. So it also took away a bit of a surprise, I guess, to be honest. Okay, so the youngest boy of a large family, Eogyn was destined for life in the church. He dutifully fasted, prayed, and learned his scriptures. Deep within, however, he resented every moment. In his youth, while exploring a wooded area near his village, he came across a druidic ritual in progress. He found the earthiness of the ritual deeply compelling, much more so than that of bread and wine. He realized that by rising to a position of power in the church while keeping his druidic life secret, he could work from within to bring down the new religion in favor of his ancient one. He established the Children of Danu, dedicated to the earliest and most brutal form of paganism, as a means to destroy the threat to their beliefs. Right, so is he actually marked? Yes, he's like part of the main story. Yeah, we can't mark him. Right, in that case, let's go ahead and go back to Flawn. Cornered and cut off from outside support, the Abbot Eogyn gathers his remaining forces at Arma, while Eivor's allies assemble. And the game crashed. Okay, let me go ahead and reload this. But let's get back. Are you kidding me? They completely reset my progress with the seed. Gotta love it. Gotta love, you know, not having a menu save being made after you take care of the target. Okay, I'm just gonna make a save myself then, once we have taken care of that dude again. Another thing I kind of hope they bring back with AC, you know, kind of like a save system they had in every game up until Origins. Like even Origins still had save being made after every small thing, you know, even if it's like collecting a pelt of an animal or like opening a small chest, like everything kind of gets saved. I kind of scrapped that in favor of a menu save system and an autosave system that only works after major stuff happening. Maybe it's like to raise difficulty or like the playtime. But personally, I enjoyed the old system more for, you know, these types of scenarios. We don't lose like, you know, 10 to 15 minutes of gameplay. What the heck? What's that?
Yeah!
These would be the arms dealers the Tsar spoke of. Must approach carefully.
Target is somewhere.
Suffer! Not much longer, corpse! Get back here!
Oh no, I died. That's not good. How about you come down and check it out? There you go. We fooled him. I love that ability where you can just pretend to be dead.
So the abbot leads the children of Danu, both druid and bishop. But God will greet him at his death.
Okay, let's go ahead and have a save here. And now we can fast travel.
Eivor, come in. Siegfried tells me you've been hunting pirates in the north.
Allies of Amar, providing weapons and other supplies. I've cut them off.
God is truly with us. Owen is weakened, and will soon taste God's justice.
Do you have the men to take Amar?
We do, thanks to Siegfried. He has rallied Vikings from every corner of Ireland.
How did you convince the Norse to fight for you?
I told him of a monastery full of silver to be looted.
Your father would not have made such a promise.
And he would not have raised as many men.
You cannot win the goodwill of the people by destroying their homes, or their church.
But, my lord, these men came expecting a raid. If we deny them
If I
that...
may, I think in this case some burning might be useful.
Tell me how.
When we were attacked at Clougha, Owen didn't stop there. He burned Cashelor as well, to send a message. It is our turn to light up the land with fire and smoke to let the people know that Almar has fallen.
Burn what you must, but keep your warriors leashed. Kill only those who oppose us and spare the church.
As you command, my king.
There's something else. Abbot Owen leads the children of Danu.
So, the poisoning, the ambush, they were all part of Owen's nefarious schemes. We'll cleanse our ma of this unholy filth. Siegfried and I will prepare our men. Join me when you're ready. Choose a good view, dear poet. It'll be a battle for the ages.
Thank you for not saying anything about my past.
The past is past, and not our future.
I swear, Eivor, you really are like a hero out of folk tales. Do I have permission to sing your song?
You do. Once I've had a chance to finish it.
Yeah, I would like a song about Eivor.
It's good to see you take command. It suits you.
It feels heavy and stiff like this new armor. I envy you, Eivor. When battle is done, you can move on to what you like.
I go where my destiny takes me, Siegfried. None of us are free from that. There are worse fates than being a king.
Yeah, like being bigger. You know, he's the king and he's complaining.
Our forces are replenished. Thank God's good grace.
Some part of those thanks should go to Siegfried, Lord.
Aye, I'll not forget his role today. He's a good man, but he lacks his father's seasoning.
Then you must show him what it is to lead, Lord. In the court and on the field.
Come, let us flush out this false abbot without delay.
Yes, Owen must answer for his actions. There are fewer defenders than I expected.
They cower behind their walls. Let's strike while we have the advantage.
We move forward, but remain alert. God will guide the right. We have no other choice! Breach that gate! The bridge is down!
My Norsemen are
Onward
ready.
and across!
Smash!
Leave the barbarian to me! Concentrate! Now you bitch! You're going down! Don't plead mercy! Kill them to a man! Take care! They have artillery! They have trouble!
Unleash God's wrath on these sinners! These are soldiers, not farmers! Don't hold back! I'll finish you! Jesus, back my down!
Of course, Mona. Otherwise, I wouldn't have chosen that ability.
We have this! I'll kill you! Press back! Not much longer, corpse!
Are you guys like just waiting here? What are you doing?
Vermin! Cover Armagh in flames! Light up the sky for all to see! Towards the rooftops!
Guys could have just killed the soldier, just saying. Ah, I got Levy. Welcome back. That's good that you guys, made quick business there. kidding me? The game crashes again. I'm literally at the end of his fight. Crikey. That's the second crash in like 20 minutes. And I tell you what, we probably lost the entire progress of the entire fighting again. It's like Ubisoft doesn't want me to finish this DLC or something. Yeah, I guess that answers your question, Levi. That's how it's going right now. Basically losing all of our progress due to crashes. Was a nice screen grab, moment of passion for Eivor. Yeah. There's lots of him today. I'll finish it if I need to. You ever want me to play this for the rest of the week? Oh damn, we actually have a save. I mean, we didn't save all our checkpoint, but we saved during the fighting, so that's surprising. Some bonus content, yeah. Some bonus on the bonus. Yeah, that's no worries, Mona. You have a good one. Thank you for joining, coming by, and I hope the rest of your day goes well. And yeah, get you next time.
Wits about them. Try the offside lead. Stop and die. By all that is holy. There's only one way. Through that gate.
Okay. Let's go up here.
They fall back! King Flan! Are you near? For St. Patrick! They mustn't breach the gate! Trap!
I knew it looked too easy.
Go south!
Friend is nigh. Eivor! I need help with this door!
Leave this house of God, Flanshina, or be cursed with his wrath eternal.
You desecrate this holy place with foul corruption. You are a sickness to be purged.
God will be my judge, not you. You act the Christian king, but let pagans and wolves do your dirty work.
Do not preach about playing both sides. I know you lead the children of Danu.
Do you? Then you should know you cannot win. My children are everywhere, even in your court.
Who do you mean?
Kira had the makings of a high priestess, but she was careless. Dabbled with forces she could not control.
Don't listen, Flann. He tries to cloud your judgment.
Small wonder she charmed her way into your court. She's always been attracted to men of power.
You lie, devil.
Love conceals blemish and evil. It's easy to lose sight when you're following a woman's backside.
There's no shame in keeping your hands clean of this filth. Let me do your dirty work.
It's God's work.
Protect your abbot!
You're going down!
Oh, you're gonna die. Yeah, Levi. Was kind of funny. Like, yeah, I'm standing right next to you. I'm there. Okay, let's get your face kicked in.
You shall not let your cattle breed with a different kind. You shall not sow your field with two kinds of seed.
Do not quote scripture to me, devil. May your tongue burn for eternity while your throat is pierced with jagged glass.
No. You would rather have a song from your pagan poetess. If she didn't tell you about the children of Danu, what other secrets does she keep?
He tries to poison your mind with his dying words. Lord, don't let them in.
Finish him.
Could he speak truth?
The best liars mix truth with lies. If she was part of that cult, she isn't anymore.
You're right, of course. This fetid air befouls my thoughts. Let us step out into God's cleansing light.
Well, I mean, we knew about the children of Danu and that she was involved with them. So Eivor isn't really telling the truth either, completely. But yeah, Kira kind of want us to keep it secret though.
It is a beautiful land.
We are a blessed people.
Word of our victory spreads like fire in a dry field. I couldn't stop all the looting, my king. But I made certain the people were spared.
They will sing of the High King who cleansed the church at Armagh, and the King of Dublin, who fought with honor at his side.
And the hero who came from the land of heroes who helped them win the day.
All will be remembered. The living and the dead.
Right, so that's all the children of Dano taken care of. Let's have a quick look at the quest log here. So we can return to Daedra and give all the Ember shards that we gotten from the children of Dano. And we can continue with Flawn. I think I will do the Daedra quest first. Kind of see what happens if we trigger it. Thank you, Levi. I'm curious to see if there's like more happening with Kira, to be honest. If she was completely honest or not. Yeah. So down there's Flawn. And where's Daedra? Down there. There's also still the spear in the stone. I would like to see if we can actually pull it out now or not. Let's check it out. So a spear? Somewhere around here, I think. There it is. Try to pull off a spear. Spear will not budge. Okay. Maybe later then.
'Tis done.
Here are your blood-soaked bits of amber.
I felt them die, each by each.
Boil these shards. Make your potion.
I shall. I've been preparing for this since we met.
You spoke of great power.
The spear. You'll have it in your hands soon enough. Once you defeat Balor.
You said nothing of this.
Surely you remember Balor. He is heat, drought, a scorching sun come to earth.
I know of no such creature.
Many heroes fell to him, but Woden would not. The lance called Gaebulug pierces his flesh. This is where he is weak. Are you ready to fight him?
Interesting. You go make some lunch, taking you to the kitchen. Sounds good, Levi. What are you making for lunch today? I've actually cooked some chili earlier, which turned out delicious.
Let me drink.
Drink deeply. You'll remember. Valar is ancient. He is chaos itself. Defeat him, and the spear is yours.
I have waited for you these many centuries, Fjolnir.
I have come for your power.
Take it then.
Valhalla just became Dark Souls, it seems.
To believe you can defeat me. Get before me. You will be next.
Okay, I think I should switch my abilities. Because I can't really use my Raven, I can't use my Doggo. Let's see. Let's get the focus of Anornia. Then we get Explicit. Actually, let's do it like this. Then on this side, we could get the Vengeance of Thor ability. Could be quite good. I think I want to go for the Dive of Valkyries. And we get Vengeance of Thor. Let's actually get the Throwing Exterior as well. Get Vengeance of Thor to Y. And Dive of Valkyries to A. Oh, we should have some really good damage opportunities against this dude. Salmon with broccoli. That sounds amazing. I love both of it. Balor. The mythical monstrous leader of the Fomore, the Fomorians, who emerged from beneath the seas to spread chaos, blight, and drought of Ireland. Tales of Balor often feature his many battles, mano a mano, against supernatural beings from completely distinct mythical traditions. Balor is cursed or blessed from a standpoint, with a scabrous eye that can burn to cinders whomever he looks upon. Damn. That doesn't sound very pleasant.
And the wrath of this, I will scorch you to cinders. charges.
Shit. I can actually attack through these stones. Ah, nice Devi. Yeah, also gotten some chili, which was delicious. But it's understandable to freeze it if you have so much of it. Look at that spear bow.
What have I defeated? I must speak to Dedra.
And hey there, Apple. Yeah, definitely feels like one of those games with these boss fights. Fortunately, they make a distinction between what is real and what is like kind of imaginary. But yeah, it's interesting. Okay, so let's have a look at this spear that we've gotten. Lightning shocks the enemy after 3 consecutive hits. Interesting. Yeah, let's combine that with the ceremonial sigil. And give it maybe some speed or something. Go for that. And then for light damage. There we go. Can't believe a game lets you finish that battle. Me neither, actually. It's like a dream. So how big is that spear on the back there? Holy shit. I can barely walk through doors with that. Yeah, that's a big one.
I felt you would prevail.
It was an unusual contest.
The spear, Gay Bullock, is yours for crushing the children of Danu and defeating Balor. Kira will be pleased the Danu have been quenched.
She fights hard for those she calls true Druids.
Keep the spear close, Eivor. I sense a great battle ahead.
Goodbye, Deirdre.
Slán, Eivor. Slán.
great battle ahead, you say? Right, so now the only quest we have available is the Cost of Betrayal. Thrawn comes under pressure from a council of Ireland's kings. Interesting sound effects on the spear. We hate that the power level was maxed out at 427, when at 430. Make it a round number, please. Yeah, that's because they I guess didn't think about making it round number with the abilities that you can get. I guess it's still about to change with the Siege of Paris as well. Once like new abilities added there. It's like constantly changing the max level. Yeah, I think initially it was at 400 and then they kept adding, you know, abilities. But the initial max level was 400.
What has happened?
They have summoned Flawn. I hope he shows soon, if only to end this bickering.
Speak.
Lord, there has been much deliberation these last few days. News of Owen has spread like a mountain fire.
The people are frightened. We are unsettled, to say the least. A trusted abbot unveiled as a pagan conspirator.
The Druids have permeated the church at the highest level. There's no telling how far down it goes.
Something must be done. We must rid them of this land. Begin an inquisition.
How dare you speak like this? Owen acted alone.
He belonged to a sect. There are others like him. Do you deny it?
I do not deny it. But then you will speak only of the children of Danu.
A weed that grew from Druid roots. If we allow it to thrive, how can we ever be certain this will not happen again?
Flom, I do not like what these men are implying. Do not entertain this.
You would presume to tell your king what to do. You, who share those Druid roots. You even know this sect by name. Perhaps, like Owen, there is more to you than meets the eye.
Bastard!
Enough! Speak to her like that again, and rats will sup on you. Alive.
Apologies, my king. Poetess. I do not mean to cast suspicion, only to draw a very real comparison. We do not know from where the next threat will come. And we cannot simply hope that it will not come. We must put aside our differences and come together as Christians if we wish to preserve an Ireland under God.
Flan, if you do this...
I know well where you stand, Kira. Are there any others who wish to speak?
I will. This gathering shows us something very clear. That there is solidarity in this cause. If we do nothing, the weeds will continue to sprout, leading to unrest across the kingdoms. But if we act, begin an inquisition, it will lead to unity this land has sorely lacked.
These are my people, Siegfried!
And there are those within who threaten the very fabric of this land. Can you really stand there and defend them?
Anyone else?
Yeah, an inquisition is completely stupid. You know, it's like it didn't just, you know, arrive out of the Druidic cult Like, they literally had somebody being, you know, the highest man of a church over here in Ireland be part of a cult. So shall we also start an inquisition against the church now? Which is a stupid plan. Fry the broccoli with some soy sauce, 5 spice and little sugar. It's so good. That sounds absolutely delicious, Levy. You make my mouth water. But yeah, it sounds delicious. How are you making the salmon?
What is being proposed is a bold strategy, the consequences of which cannot be properly weighed just now. You must allow time to reflect, Lord.
Every moment we waste weakens our position. Lord, we kings are all in agreement. There is but one move to make.
We will launch an inquisition. Every druid will face a choice. Reform or exile. The future of Ireland is a wholly Christian one.
Screw that. It's kind of funny how what Ava says doesn't even have any influence.
Where'd
like...
Kira go?
Set off for her house, just down that road. Looked mighty upset.
Kira is not of sound mind. I need to settle her down.
I wonder if their plan for the Inquisition is actually making Kira be corrupted or something. Yeah, it's kind of funny how you know, Flawn asked for my opinion. Then they're like, oh, anyways, let's do the Inquisition. Just pan frying the salmon. It's excellent, Levy. Yeah, that's the voice. Always feel free to talk about food over here. Yeah, it's like they didn't even acknowledge what Ava said whatsoever.
Kira!
Get out! Leave me be!
What is this? What are you doing?
Flawn, spineless fool. What was he thinking?
He saw an opportunity to unite the kingdoms. He seized it. It is what any king would do.
Do not defend him.
I am not. But consider what would happen if he ignored these allied kings. You're right to be upset. But you know Flawn best. This was not a decision he made lightly. Let us go back and talk with him. If anyone can convince him to reconsider, it is you.
Oh, I will. Whether he wants to or not.
What?
I am sorry, Eivor. I cannot let them erase us.
Eivor! Can you hear me? Eivor! Are you alright?
Did you see Kira?
I expected her here. Eivor?
Oh!
What is that? I think it's Kira.
It must be. I do not know what she's trying to do, but she's angry.
This is my fault. I must speak with her.
It may be too late for that. She said she would not let you erase the Druids.
But what means will she use?
The Leah Fall. I think she will try to use it to stop you.
A stone?
It is an ancient part of her lineage. There may be more to it than myths and legends.
I knew my decision would upset her. But I was certain she could find a way to understand me.
It was no simple decision. By choosing one, you betray the other. Choices that weigh heavily require ample time to reflect if you are to find the best outcome.
I acted rashly. I listened to frightened men, Eivor. Men whose loyalty I hungered for.
Clear your head, Lord. We're nearly there.
Save a little bit. Welcome. Okay, that's interesting. So the Tara's clearly an Isu side then. That's something I was wondering, you know, if it is or not and how it is connected to the Isu, but are we actually getting to a part that I'm like, you know, really interested in. Wonder how they handle it. Yeah, let's see what happens.
Leave now!
Kira!
You want to rid the world of us? I'll rid it of you!
Okay. So she's using the stone to mind control the soldiers here?
Where is she? Oh dear.
Your sword, Flann. Stay close to me.
Eivor, what do we do?
Fight!
These are my men!
It's them or you! Now fight!
Get back!
They will not listen! Kira has taken their reason somehow! Defend yourself! I cannot let you walk this path!
You would stand in my way? I thought you of all people would understand!
I do! This is too far!
Listen to him, Kira. There could be peace between us.
Just another lie!
The spear is strong.
Christ, Lord!
Keep your guard up.
Kira! Where are you? Kira!
Flann!
What?
I will raise the stakes. How about the king's blood on your hands?
Eivor!
Okay. I gotta fight Flann.
This is not a force you can control, Kira! It will consume you!
So be it!
Damn your soul!
It's enough, Kira! Surrender now!
Nothing but a ruthless raider. Hollow inside. You speak of honor. Where is yours?
You know.
With Barid, his son, another pawn in this endless war.
He is my blood!
Ah, yes. And you will throw away all reason to defend what you are sworn to. I am no different. My people will live to see tomorrow, if it means I have to kill you today. fighting!
Battle-hardened over many victories. Do not make me add another.
Do as you must. As will I.
I wonder how exactly she's like, controlling the stone. She's also like a sage or something.
Have you not had enough?
I bathed in battle lust. Now stop, Kira, before it's too late.
I will die before I let them trample us. I can take your worst. I told you I would never see the Druids into darkness. Why pretend to be my ally?
I pretended nothing. I thought... I hoped you could be better. Better than Owen.
Don't compare me to that demon!
No? Look around you. You set in motion what the children of Danu hoped you could. You became the vessel for their plot.
I always have been. After Mother died, I became the last. The last who could awaken the Leafal. Never did I think I would use this gift so foolishly.
What now?
It ends. Owen, the children of Danu, they only exist in pursuit of the stone's power, and I am the key to unleashing it. You must kill me. Kill me, Eivor. If I die, Tara's power dies with me, and there will be nothing left to lead my people astray. The old ways will return. Let me do this. Let me save them. Please.
So hey there, Bam, and hey there, Mr. Goody. Welcome, guys. So, I won't kill her. Reason being, that she can awaken the power of this isn't necessarily a bad thing, I don't think. It just depends how you use it. Also, I would like to find out how it is, that she can actually use this power. And the thing is also is that she can, admit that it was wrong of her to use the power the way she did. Just, because of one thing that wasn't justified against the Druidic cult. She kind of like, escalated and, couldn't take it that they would start an inquisition against the Druids, which I think is fair. I don't think the inquisition is justified. So I'm gonna choose not to kill her.
You may be the key to this power, but the stone is the source. Destroy it.
You know I cannot.
Your ancestors are souls in another realm. They will not despair of the stone's loss. Sometimes, we must sacrifice what we treasure most to protect the ones we love.
Bury the past. Build the future. Until we meet again. Small.
Kira, I bow my head in contrition. I fail you. I failed you and the true Druids of Ireland. For that, I truly apologize. I will speak to the kings and undo my rash decision. The land you have wished for is secure.
I hope it is so, Flann. Farewell. Farewell, Eivor.
Where will you go? How are you feeling?
Bruised, battered. But I'll live. Though it'll take some time to reclaim my pride.
Took a lot not to kill you.
If you wanted to, that was your chance. I suppose at the end of all this, it's safe to call you a friend.
See to it that Siegfried's reign is long, and you shall never know me as your enemy. Have you met with the other kings? I take it that is why you've come.
I have. The Inquisition is buried. High King is a leader to all who share in his land. You helped me see that. My only regret is not having understood it sooner.
You work to secure a future for all. Kira would be pleased with this outcome.
I know there is much that awaits you in England, Eivor. But you can set your boots in Ireland anytime you please.
Farewell, Flann. Until we meet again.
What do you think my father would make of all this?
Barneth wanted to ensure that Dublin he left you could stand upright on his own two legs. And while he could not see it through, he would be proud you did.
I will never forget what you did for my family.
Our family, Siegfried. Keep well. And may your father's Huga be with you always. It shall with me.
There we go. Let us see Wrath of the Druids DLC. Very interesting indeed. Okay, so let me have a quick look at the quest log here. Just see if that is indeed everything. But yeah, it seems like. Right. That is the end. Very interesting. And that's the voice levy. I hope you enjoyed Time of Revelations. Have a good luck. Watch Dogs Legion might be your favorite new game. Oh, is it? Yeah, it's quite a fun game, isn't it? How you can like create your own team of like random NPCs and stuff. But yeah, I gotta say, overall, I did enjoy the DLC. But it's not in the upper half of my favorite DLCs of Assassin's Creed. Like DLCs like The Hidden Ones, Curse of the Pharaohs, you know, Dead Kings, and a couple others like Freedom Cry and stuff. I still rank them higher than the Wrath of the Druids DLC. I feel like overall there's some missed opportunities. Especially with the ISO stuff, you know, they could have go more in depth with how does this device actually work, you know, and what is like kind of Kira's relation to it, what's like her ancestry, you know, is she like in Sage or something like that? They never really clarify that whatsoever. And the game overall spends a lot of time not really going that much about the cult, but rather about, you know, kind of like assisting Flann in his, you know, quest to unite Ireland rather than, you know, the Druids. Overall, I also felt like the side activities were a lot about more repetitive stuff, you know, like doing contracts, collecting artifacts and wealth. The mysteries are mostly cairns and delivery stones. So I really feel like they could have, you know, played more with world events, which were completely missing in this DLC. Something that I loved about the main game, but that they kind of scrapped for this game, or DLC. What I definitely liked a lot about the DLC is the environments, you know, like Ireland and exploring. That was amazing. Also Dublin. And I really enjoyed how they created the game world. Also the soundtrack by Max Aru has been really good. So that's, like, these two things have been my favorite part about the DLC, I would say. The soundtrack standing at the first place. But yeah, one thing that really bugged me though, literally other bugs, because there's just been way too many. Like from, you know, crashes to these like visual and audio bugs that happen every couple minutes. It just, I don't know, it kind of makes you wonder if they really spent a lot of time, you know, testing the DLC or not, because I surely can't be the only one, you know, running into these issues constantly. So that was a bit of a bummer for the launch, you know, that it was still as buggy as it actually was. Yeah. But yeah, overall, I still would say I can recommend the DLC, though it's not on the, like, one of the better ones in my opinion. I also looked up the development, you know, because on the fandom it said that Monture is actually behind the development, who also did the main game. But recently it got changed to Ubisoft Bordeaux, which is a French studio. Bordeaux, you know, being the city in France. And it's a studio that just recently got, you know, initiated like 2017. And the only game they actually worked on was assisting on Ghost Recon Breakpoint, so they haven't actually worked on AC before. So this being like the first major solo project, I think. So I think that also had some influences, I think. Like the writing, you notice, like I doubt it was Darby McDevitt actually having the narrative direction there. But if it is, I guess it wasn't quite as you know, high quality as the main game. Yeah, I think you noticed it also with like how they created the side activities, that there was a bit more repetition as well. But for first project of Ubisoft Bordeaux, I think it's definitely solid. I just wish Ubisoft would have been a bit more transparent about who's actually behind this development and stuff, because they really didn't say too much about it. But I would actually love to see is the credits of the DLC, you know, like who did the writing, who did the creative direction. I reckon it's all people at Ubisoft Bordeaux. Maybe minus the writing, because writing department is usually planned forward at Montreux, I guess. A kind of rough plan for the DLC. One thing I gotta say positive about the writing though was the distinction they made between what is like mythological and what is you know, like actually happening. Like they used this you know, fog and the hallucinations that Eivor had to create things like the werewolf, you know, which was basically a wolf being transformed into a werewolf in Eivor's vision, but it wasn't actually one. Stuff like this I think is important for the lore of AC, you know, for the consistency. Because once you start saying, okay, a werewolf's actually a thing now, you know, you really create issues within the consistency of science fiction and mythology. Something that Odyssey unfortunately really failed at with the fate of Atlantis, where they, you know, basically explained that they used pieces of Eden to literally create monsters, you know, which I think wasn't the right move there. But saying that, you know, Eivor's just imagining that is a better way of going about it, in my opinion. So that's why lore-wise I still rank it definitely higher than Fate of Atlantis, because it is consistent within, you know, the set boundaries of how AC can go about mythology and stuff. But overall, I think overall the DLC was a bit, underwhelming overall, if I'm being completely honest. It was actually the DLC I looked more forward to out of the Siege of Paris than this one. That's also because, you know, I haven't only seen like the trailer, I guess. The short like announcement trailer, and I like the whole atmosphere that they tease, I guess. Yeah, I definitely expected it to go more in depth with the Easter stuff, which definitely didn't. But yeah, guys, that finishes the Wrath of the Druids DLC at my short review of it. Despite my overall, you know, lots of critique points, I would still recommend it. But take everything with a grain of salt if you're like a fan of Valhalla and the series, I guess. But yeah, it kind of makes me assume that the Siege of Paris will be developed by Montreal, which makes me have a bit higher hopes of that. Because it's kind of the way they did it for Origins Odyssey, right? They had like one DLC by the main team and one by side team. For Origins, the main team did Hidden Ones, and Ubisoft Sophia did the Curse of the Pharaohs. And then for Odyssey, they had the Legacies of First Blade being made by Ubisoft Singapore, I think. Could be wrong. And Fate of Atlantis by Ubisoft Quebec, main studio. So if they go forward with that plan of development, which I think seems likely, then Siege of Paris should probably be made by Montreal, and given that it's a bigger out of the two DLCs, hopefully is some good continuation. Also, there's one thing I forgot to say about the continuity and how it fits within the main game. One thing that really irked me was Eivor's relation to Valhalla, right? Like he was basically saying, may Valhalla take you to Bardeft. And often you know, would say that he hopes that somebody would, you know, go there and meet Odin. In the context of the ending of the main game, which I don't gonna go too in depth into because of spoiler reasons, but in the context of the end game, it just doesn't make any sense that Eivor would say that, because he basically has lost all of his belief in Valhalla, which was a major thing about his character development, right? But it literally seemed that Valhalla is false, you know, just like a simulation, like the Animus is. But even worse than that, because it's not like reliving memories, but rather being completely in an illusion, I guess. It doesn't make any sense for Eivor to, you know, embrace that again. You know, he basically says nothing awaits people, just, you know, utter silence. So yeah, I feel like they didn't really address that, and that makes me think that Darby McDevitt didn't in fact write this DLC, because you surely would have thought of it and kept it in mind. One argument point you can make is that you know, they basically have DLCs like taking place before the end of the main game, but that can't be the case, because the main game ends in like 877, I think, and Flann is crowned king, like during his coronation, in 879, so 2 years after the end of the main game. So they definitely should have considered that to be the case, but they didn't. That's kind of an issue that AC has, unfortunately, with you know, whenever they give like narrative direction to like a side studio, because the writer who probably wrote this, you know, he maybe wasn't, or she wasn't fully aware of how the main game ends of Valhalla when they actually wrote this. That just creates inconsistency, you know. Like for Eivor to embrace Valhalla just really doesn't make sense for the DLC. That's definitely one of the biggest story bummers, I would say, because of that, it doesn't really feel like a worthy or proper continuation, I guess, of what we witnessed in the main game. Just like a side activity or side adventure, it doesn't really take in account the events of the main game that much. And I think that's a shame, because the DLC is supposed to expand on the already existing narrative, right? So that I have to say, this DLC unfortunately fails on as well. But yeah, guys, that's all the thoughts I have on the Wrath of the Druids DLC. I usually try to wait until I actually have finished, you know, something like this before I go like in depth on all of my thoughts. But yeah, there you go. That's my thought process on the DLC. But yeah, I think for now, I actually would like to go back to Ravensthorpe and leave Ireland. So let me go ahead and do that real quick to just check on our people and say goodbye to Valhalla again properly. But here we go back to it for the Siege of the Paris DLC. And hey there, Beavis. Yeah, the DLC was alright. I was a bit underwhelmed overall. But it's not one of the worst DLCs, that's for sure.
Every second of it.
Yeah, I felt like they could have done more with it. But I did enjoy the time regardless with it.
What can I do for you on this fine day?
The highlights definitely have been, you know, the environments of Ireland. And also the soundtrack. Yeah, story did lag a little bit at parts.
Good day, good day.
What do you have today?
Okay, what do we have? Ospit's War Shield. The Mournful Cry. Okay, I kind of want to get this hammer if I'm being completely honest. Maybe I could still get this today. We need like another 34 opal.
Have you got a contract for me?
Finally, someone reliable to get some serious work done.
Okay, we only have a weekly quest which gives us like 10 opal. Let me have a look at the challenges real quick. If actually loading. Okay, seems like we're not. Well.
There will be contracts when the mood strikes you.
Yeah, guess I'm just gonna give a weapon during the week on my own time then.
I have to go. See you soon.
Goodbye for now.
Because you won't be getting enough opal here in time to get that. So hey there, Sigurd. I just visited our cousin. Okay, so I think before we call for the Valhalla session today, I'm gonna celebrate the feast with all of our people. There we go. Always good to do that with our people. Let's also talk to Renvi and spend some quality time together.
Come to me.
That's actually another thing I forgot to say about the Wrath of the Druids DLC, but it's kind of like a Witcher, you know, thing as well that they've done in the Hearts of Stone DLC, where you have the option to romance somebody that you get to meet a bit closer. But they don't really take into account like your main romance during the main game, like whatsoever. You know, like Yennefer and Triss, they don't really play a role at all for Geralt. That's something that the Wrath of the Druids DLC also did. You know, they had this like one major romance opportunity, but then Renvi, like if you had a relationship, you know, Ava would not even talk about her. They would willingly go into like flirting mode and stuff. I wish I would have addressed that as well. But yeah, they didn't.
Should we take this to your chamber?
No need.
But yeah, Renvi is the only one for us. I feel like Renvi and Ava really belong together, to be honest. If there's like one person, it's definitely Renvi. Have a kitty cat. Wanna get petted? But yeah guys, this shall be the end of our Valhalla session for today though. We're not yet finished for our stream. Given that today is also AC day, we're gonna go back to our usual playthrough of the series. As you may remember, I've been doing an entire series run on AC, doing different challenges for each individual game. Currently we are on AC Unity doing a no HUD challenge. So yeah, the plan is to kind of like take a break, and then we go back into the Unity playthrough with a no HUD challenge and continue there.